Hi, hello. Today we are going to discuss about the IP address. Okay, welcome to my channel. This is your Shivaram. Okay, fine. So now we are going to discuss about the IP address and then how it will function. Then after that, we are going to the static routing, and then how will CPT packet tracer it will work. So depends upon the scenario, we will discuss about this those things also. So first, what is the IP address? So what is IP? So this is clearly no. So these CCNA class depends upon the IP address only. So you want to clearly what is the IP address, what is the range, and what about the networking parts, what about the host part, what about the networking parts. So these things also you will clear means after that you will continue the topic. After that you will continue the static routing and then dynamic routing also. It will depends upon the IP address. So that's the reason behind the IP address is so important to know that. Okay, first clearly know what is the concept. After that you will take the notes, right? Okay, fine. First, what about the IP address and what is the range of the IP address? So what about the range? So first, what is the IP address? IP address, I'll clearly explain what is the IP address means. It's a if you want to reach someone means that that person have one IP address. It's private or static, or it is a public or private network. So depends upon the scenario. I'll explain the NAT class also. NAT class, I'll explain the what about the public IP address and private IP address, and what is the range of the public IP and what is the range of the private IP. Depends upon the scenario, we will discuss about the NAT class also. We will discuss. So okay, so now we are creating the range. Okay, first, how will come the IP address? So depend before that, what is the IP address range? This is the IP address of 32-bit address. Okay, so 32-bit address means here my IP address is IP config. So sorry, IP config. Okay, this is my IP address 192.168.239.188. So I wrote it 192.168.188. Okay, so this is my IP address. So this IP address, it's a 32-bit. How will identify this is 32-bit? This is 4 octet, right? So this is 4 octet. 1, 2, 3, and 4. This is a 4 octet address. Okay, fine. So each octet have 8 bit. Each octet have 8-bit data. Okay, so totally here coming from 32-bit address. Okay, fine. So now we are clear about what is the IP address, what is the bit range, what is this is the IP address. I randomly choose the IP address. Okay, fine. So before that we will discuss about the IP address range. Okay, fine. So now you are before we will go before the 10 or 20 years before, we will discuss about that scenario. 20-30 years before that scenario we will discuss. Okay, so now we are in 2000, sorry, 1980. Okay, now we are in 1980. At the time one problem is occurred. So we are in now 1980. Okay, now we are in 1980. At the time we will the IP addresses, it's also same 4 4 octet and then the IP address range. This IP address is also giving by all things. All thing means 0 dot 0 dot 0 dot 0. So this is one IP address. This IP address is assigning this is a broadcast IP address. this is unicast IP. This is a network ID. This is a broadcast ID. So IP address range is 0.0.0.0 to till 255.255 dot 255 dot 255. This is a last IP address. Okay, fine. This is a first IP and this is a last IP. These contain have crore IP addresses. 4.27 crore IP addresses. 4.27 crore IP addresses having this scenario. So this is a whole IP address range. So we know that 0.0.0.0 to 255.255.255.255. This is a whole IP address range, right? So it depends upon the scenario. 4.27 crore IP addresses they are available. So here the population of 1918 at the time, 1980 at the time, the population of the whole world, it's under this. Okay, so we are the IP address of 4.27. So here 2.7 crore 3.7 crore peoples are there at the time. So here, so population down, so at the time it will enough. So everyone have each IP address, everyone have each IP address, one, it's a unique IP address also. Yeah, each one having each public IP addresses. So everyone having the public IP address, everyone reaching to everyone, so everyone reaching anyone, it's a easy one, easy to do that. So after that it will coming the problem. So after that the population is increased. So I will check the population of it now. Chrome. So now I go into current population of India. It's 1.104.76 crore 2021. It's a huge number, right? Okay, it's a huge number. So drastically it will open that. It's 2090s, it's 2080s, something like that. It will crore of data. So India population. So every second one person is death and one person is birth. Okay. So the IP address is not enough for at the time. IP address is not enough. So that's the reason behind we will know what is. That's the reason behind the range. So I'll clearly explain. So please please under the flow. Please don't miss the topic right now. Okay. So 1980s we are not knowing the IP address. So at the time we will not segregate A, B, C classes. So 1980s at the time we will not segregate the A class and then the B class and then C class. So it's not segregated at the time. It will enough on it. So this is more than enough for 2.2 crore peoples. So we have the 4.7 something like that crore IP address of data. So that's more than enough for you. So at the time after that it will come the IP address is not enough. It's 4.27, but the people populations of 1.27 crore, 120 crore also the population was there. So how will we manage? So how will we manage means, that's the reason behind we will continue to do that. The ranges of IP address. He will splitting the range. So he will splitting the ranges of IP addresses. So now we'll do that. Okay. So here he will splitting the IP address of A and then B and then C, D, E. It's a 5 categories of IP addresses. Okay, these 5 category IP addresses we are splitting. Okay, these 5 characters. Okay, I also do one thing. So I will open my paint, and then I will clearly verify on it cleanly. Okay. So this is a IP address range. Class A, Class B, Class A, Class A. So why is Class A, Class B, Class B? Some population depends upon the scenario. After that, we will segregate the IP addresses and then splitting to someone else. Okay, fine. So this is only for this is a range of only for the private IP, public IP ranges also. That's we are also discussed. Wait for some time. We will discuss. It's a public IP, private IP range. It's a public IP means we will discuss now public IP and then private IP. What does mean by public IP? What does mean by private IP? So the public IP means every organization. So now I am in a home network. So at the time my IP address is something depends upon the 192.168 range, right? So this is a private IP. This is a 192 range means this is a private IP. So public IP means it's so I wrote the public IP. I wrote the private IP. Yeah. Other than that it will cover the public IP addresses. So fine. So now I wrote the private IP range. Okay, private IP range. Private IP range. What is meant by private IP? We are also discussed. Okay, what is meant by private IP? Private IP means it will coming up class A, class B, class C. So now we are discussed between the class A, class B, class C. So class A. So what is the reason behind the 255? You know that all the what is the 255 here saying? So what is it? It's just markupping, not it's not markup. It's reason behind on it. So 0.0.0.0 means nothing but it's a occult of zero, all zeros. So you know that all this 8-bit, right? All these things. So I'll clearly explain what is the IP address. So I also confusing to how will clearly explain to do that. Okay, fine. So I try to do my best. Okay, fine. Okay, yes, some IP addresses here. It's 192.168.2.1. Okay, this is IP address. Fine. Okay, so this socket contain 8-bit, right? So you know that this got an 8-bit. 8-bit means it's zeros and ones. So 192 means it's nothing but 1 dot 0 dot 0 dot 0 dot 0 dot 0 dot 0. This is a 192. This is a binary form of 192, right? Okay, so after that it will convert to the binary. It's some random number 01010101 something. So this is also a random number, and this is also a random number 010000. This is also something depends upon the 8-bit number. 8-bit 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 and 8. Okay, sorry, I missed it. Okay, 8. So and then after that it will also the 8-bit data 00000. So 0000, finally you will go to 1. So that's the reason it will 1. Okay, so this is the IP address, and then the each socket having 8-bit. 8-bit means it's nothing but a 8-bit data. So this kind of thing. First IP address is coming up which range? First IP address is coming up with 0.8 zeros, right? 0.0.0.0.0.0.0. This is a 8-bit data, right? 8-bit data. So this is a first IP address 0, and then the final IP address how will calculate. So all 1, right? 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1. So this is last IP address. This is 8-bit data, right? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. This is 8-bit data. So these calculation is it's binary to decimal conversion. This value is converted to which number? 255. That's a reason behind the 255. It will coming on it. Okay, fine. So you also know that what is the reason behind the 255 here. So it's a 8-bit data. 8-bit data is maximum range is 255. So that's the reason behind the 255 it's appearing here. Okay, so don't confusing, guys. It will clearly explain on it. So you don't have that much of no, you don't clearly understand means again watch the video once again please. Okay, fine. So now we are going to the topic. Okay, fine. So after that you will the population is increasing. At the time you will segregate the networking ranges. So 255 is a maximum range, so we will segregate the ranges. Okay, fine. I will come up here. Okay, fine. Okay, what is the range? First of all, 1 to 126, it's a class A. 1 to 126 is a class A. Class B, it's 128 to 191. Then class C, 192 to 223. Class D, 224 to 239. 240 to 254. So it's a valid IP address. Okay, 254 till it's a valid IP address. 255 is a broadcast IP address, so that's the reason behind it. It's not appearing. Okay, fine. So what is a subnet mask? Okay, so what about the subnet mask means? I also know that I also clearly explain what is the subnet mask. Okay, so here this also know that, right? One is a network part, and under the three it's a host part. So first of all I'll go to clearly explain. Okay, fine. Okay, we'll do that. Okay. So now I take the IP address one thing 192. I will take the class C range. Okay, I will take the class C range. You know the right. 192 is depends upon which scenario. 192 is coming up class C. Okay, I will take the class C means it will 3 network parts, 1 host parts. So what is the network part and what is the host part? So we will discuss about those things. Okay, what is the network part and what is the host part? So I'll wrote the IP address, and then after that after that you will clear that. So 192.168.1.0. okay, so this is my IP address. Assume this is my IP address. So this is not IP address, this is a broadcast IP. So okay, fine. 1.1, this is my IP address means. Okay, fine. So these 3 parts, these 3 packets, it's a network part. These 3 packets are network parts, and these 1 packet is a host part. So what is a network and what is a host? We will discuss. Okay, network part. So what is a network? Network means you will connecting with some devices. Example, you will connecting with connecting each other. You are in office, so at the time here one system, 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. So something depends on something depends, it's a 20 system, something depends upon the scenario. The company we have only, it's a startup company. This is startup company. This is startup company. This startup company have only the 20 systems. So these 20 systems, it's interconnecting, right? So this person is wanted to talk with them, and this person is talk to with them, and this person is talking to with them. So each one is everyone to connecting with each one, right? So each one connecting with each one. So it's connecting to switch, right? So we are also discussed the first class. So we are also connecting with the switch, right? So these switch, this is the same network, right? So each person is connecting to each other means it will come up the same network. So that's the reason behind this is a network. Okay, so 192.168.1.1, this is an IP address. Okay, this is a network. This network is not changed, its host part is only changing. So this is network. So this network is changing means it's another network. This changing is network means it's another network. So this network, this network. So at the scenario, how will connecting with the network also we will discuss. So first of all, it's a same network means we will discussing about that. Okay, first of all we will clearly understand what is the one network. After that we will discuss the what is it about the network, and how will go the networks also we are discuss about those things. Okay, fine. So this is a 192.168.1.1. okay, 1.1. This is a network part. this network is changed means this network changed means this another scenario. This is another round. Another round. This person is not contacting him. So that's another way to contact. So we will discuss on it. Okay, fine. So this scenario, we are not we are not communicating. This network part is changed something. I will configure it in this system the IP address of in the IP address of 192. So we will commonly do that. So I don't wrote the 192.168. So 1.1 1.2 I'll wrote that. So now this is a network port, right? So here it's 2.1 means I'll configure the 2.1 means this is a network port, right? So now it's changed means it will not connect. This is some appear on it. It's a separate round. So these are connecting with one network and these are connecting with another network. Because if it is same network 192.168.1 and then it will connecting with 1 and after that it will 2 setting 2. This is 3 and this 4, this one 4 and this one 5 and this one 6 and this one 7. So these have the IP address 192.168.1.2, 192.168.1.3, 192.168.1.4, 192.168.1.5, something like that. It depends upon the scenario. We will do that. So I trust me. I'll clearly explain on it. Okay, fine, no problem. So please watch the recording. Okay, so here the switch connecting with PCs 1 2 3 4 5 6. These PCs are connecting to the switch device. This is a same network, right? This is a same network means this is not changing the same network. It's 1.1, it's 1.2, it's 1.3. So the network part is not change means it's connecting to each other. So network part change means it's a separate another network. It will connecting to some other person. So that's the reason behind we will network. So this is a outermost. This one network have how many IP addresses? So the third network is how many IP addresses it has? So 192.168.1. This is a range. So 1 to 255, right? This is a range. What is the reason behind 255? I also discuss about those things also. So this is a 255 IPs means. So you will connecting the so now you are in company. At the time you will have only for 200 PCs means you have only 200 PC. So only 200 PC means 255 is more than enough for you. Oh, so that's the reason we will choose the class C network and it will assigning to 200 IPs 1 2 3 4 2 till 240 IP addresses. So here 200 IPs. So it will combination of IP addresses and server also. It will 40 servers. So 200 plus 40 servers. So 240 IP addresses more than enough for you. So this is a small company. So now you are in big company means I am moving to class C. So I move into class B. So now you are in big company. Big company means you are in 5,000 employees, 6,000 employees, 60,000 employees we are working right now. 60,000 people we are working in the same company. So each person having to connecting with each other. So now what we are going to scenario at the time we will connecting with the scenario of class B range. Class B, it's the range of, you know that, right? Tell me what is the range of the IP address in class B. Okay, I'll do that. okay, I know that, no problem. 128 to 191. This is the range of the IP address. Okay, this is the range of class B. So class B range is class B range is this, and private IP, and then private IP means it's 172. Private IP range 172.16. This is a network part 172.16. Here it's not 16, here it is 31. Okay, so these two networks till 172, 16, 17, 18, 19. So 16. So these 16 have you know that already we are discussed about the MAC. So this is 192.172.16.0.0 means it will continue with 255, right? It's continue with 255. This continue also is 255. So many IP addresses are there. So this is a private IP addresses. These private IP addresses continue with so we will discuss about the private IP public IP in separate session. So now we are discuss about these things. Okay, fine. So this is a 172.16. This is a public IP address. Sorry, private IP address. So this is a range of the class B. So now we are at 65,000 IP addresses. So 172.16.0.1. So 0.1. This one is having how many IP addresses? This is a network part, right? So this is network part means it will changeable, right? So 256 into 256. So each one network have 256 IP address, right? Each one network have 256 IP addresses. It will change. So 1 year after that it will 0, 1, 2, 255. 255. It finishing means after that it will come 2. 172.162 dot and then till 0 to 255. And then after that it will going up 3. Okay, after that it will going up 3.0 to 255. So that's the reason behind we will clearly understand 256 into 256. This is 65,553 IP address are there in class B session. Class B session. So we are connecting with a network. It's a class B means it's a huge network. And then class A. Class A scenario, it's only one network part, another all this host part. So class A range is 0 to 127. This is a range. And then the private IP is 10 dot. It is a network. This is only the network part. And then after that, the 3 octets it's also have the host part. So that scenario 1.0.1. So this network have to contain with this one network have 1.27 crore IP address. These one networks have 1.27 crore IP address are there in here. So many big companies are contained with 10.1.1.1. So this is the IP address range, and then the classification of range of IP addresses. And what about the public IP and private IP? So we will discuss. What about the public IP? What about the private IP? So public IP means it's selling by some servers, some server. It's unique one. Some server, some devices having some servers, some devices are also having unique IP address. You wanted to reach the Google means Google have some IP address. That IP address is not giving to anyone. So that IP address is Google's own IP address. So that Google IP address is not having anyone. So that's the reason behind them. Yeah, that's the reason behind I'll ping the Google. The Google IP address is it's reachable means it will going appear here. But you want to connect with some. I am connecting with the network. 192.168 range. It's a private IP, right? So these all 255 networks, it's connecting with one router. So these one router, so these all request to coming up here, so this is only one public IP addresses. This is only one public IP address. That public IP address is having something upon the scenario. It's 11.2.1.7. This is also a public IP. So this is also a public IP. So this public IP is contained to the network. So those all though B network is to 65,000, right? 65,000 people also having private IP, but it's connecting with the network means it contain only one public IP address after to be given on it. So that's the reason behind now we are using the public IP and private IP. So private IP is, so clearly understand Public IP is only for giving the server, and then company having the router, the reachability of the servers. So it's a public IP. Private IP means you are connecting internally. You are connecting with So some company have that. It's some company. It's a company A. It's company B. Okay, company A, company B. I clearly explained. Company A. It's a company B. Okay, company A, company B. Company A have three network. Three means 192 network. 182 network, it will configure to contact with each other. So you know that contact with each other. So here also 182 network. So it will configure 182. It's a private IP. So private IP means every company want to do configure means it will possible to do that because it's a private IP. It's also private use. So privately use means it will everyone, a company C is also having 182 range, 182 168 1.1 having on PC. Here also having on PC 182 168 range. Here also 182 168. It's a company A, company B, company C, company N also. Here also same IP addresses. It's a private IP range. So this is a private IP. Public IP means so these all users sending some Google, this user sending the data to OneDrive, this user sending the going to Facebook, these users want to do reach a YouTube. So at the time those all traffics is coming to the one router. This one router, it's changed the private IP converts to the public IP address. So this is private IP, it's converted to the public IP address, and then after that it will answer each system containing with the each address. So we are discussed about the natting concept deeply, but we have overall scenario. What is a private IP? What is a public IP? What is the difference between? Okay, private IP means everyone having that IP address, everyone configure the IP address, but the public IP address means it's a cost. So what is the difference between? I'll wrote that. What is the difference between the private IP and public IP? Okay, private, public, private IP address and public IP address. So what do you mean by private? Private means no cost. Everyone is configured, no cost. But it's public IP means cost. You want to buy the public IP address. So you want to buy the public IP address means no one have the in the world, no one want to want the IP address means it will not configure that, because you are buy the IP address means here it's your IP address. So everyone know that what is a private and public IP address. So it's a costable, it's a cost one, it's a no cost. So it's not a unique, it's a not unique one. Private IP address is not a unique one. Every company have to configure that. Every N company is also 192 network, right? So but it's unique one. It's a unique one, though it's a unique one, right? So one person is purchasing the public IP address means other one is not purchase. It's the same IP address, because I am the purchase the IP address. So how will purchase him? So he will purchase another IP address. So fine. So this IP address is mine. This IP address is horse. So this is a unique IP addresses. This is a not unique. This is a unique IP addresses. It's a costable. It's a non-costable devices. And then one public IP address. Public IP address. It's managing a traffic of 65K. So we will discuss about those things also. So some roughly we are know that what is a public IP and what is a private IP, and what about the ranges. So this private IP range means class A, class B, class B, we are know that, right? So class A means 10, class B means 172.16, these two 172.31 till 31. Okay, this is class A range. Class A range 10 to 10, 10 to 10, no problem. 10 to 10. Here 0000, here 255, 255, 255. Here 000, here 255, 255. This is a range, so no problem to do that. Class C means 192.168.0 dot. This is a IP address range. So 192.168.0. Here change, here 10 to 255. This is the same network. This is a network part, this is a host part. Okay, fine. We are also know that this here is 0.0 till 255, 255, 255. This is a network part. This is a network part. This is a host part. This is a network part. This is a host part. This is a network part. This is a host part. So 0.0.0, 255, 255, 255. These contain 3 255 dots. Okay. So now we are know that what is the private IP, what is the public IP, and what is the ranges of it, and then how will manage the IP address, what is the public IP address and what is the private IP address. We are also know that. Okay, fine. We are also know the, what about the class C and class D. We are also discussed, right? Okay, fine. We'll go that. Okay. Going up here, no problem. Here, class A and class D. What is the range? What is the use of this? So you some all. I also having this. I also seen these IP address. This is a multicast IP address. This content don't have a ranges of networking. Networking one host part, and then what is the default, what is maybe default network, default subnet mask. I also do one thing. What is mean by default subnet? Default subnet means it's nothing but, you also know, right? So this is a network having a network, its private IP address is 10, right? Private IP address is 10.00002 till, so this 10 is, how will this 10 is last range is what, 255, right? This 10 is configured with 255 now. 255. This is a only one network part, means this only 255, and then after that it will 0.0.0.0. This is a class A subnet. Class B subnet means class B have two network part, two host part, right? So two network means 2255, and 200. Okay, fine. You know, you already wrote that 255 and 200, and then after that class C network. Class C network having three networks. Three networks mean 3255 and 10. This 0 part is the host part. 0 part. This is a host part. This is a host part. So that's the reason behind network part, host part, network, host, three network and one host. So this is a network, and then the number of networks. So here 126 networks. This is a 20,000 networks, 20,000, 2,97,000, something like that. It's a network. 16,638 networks, and the host part is, so here we are also know that what is the host part. It's a 254 right now. So here class B range means, what is the range? So you are in small company, 254 IP address is more than enough for you, means you choose a class C. But class B IP address is 67,000 IP addresses. So here small mid-range companies choosing the class C. So class B IP address is 65,000 IP address having. So that's the reason behind it's a big network, means you will connecting with the class B networks. And then class A, it's very big companies, we are choosing the class B network. So 1.67 crore IP addresses are there in a class A. So quickly recap on it, all those things. Okay, fine. Quickly recap. So today we are all discuss about those things. What are the scenario we will discuss? What is the network? What is the IP address? what is the use of the IP address? We are also know that, right? So after that, what is a public IP? What is a private IP? Public IP means it's costable, and private IP is non-costable, and we are configured with the private IP only. Those 65,000 private IPs, it's also having only one public IP address. So company, you are working with a company means that the company also having one public IP address. The company persons accessing some network means those all IP addresses traffic going to the public IP address. The public IP address will answering to the private IP address. So the public internet don't allow the private IP address. So only in the public IP address it will allow. So that's the reason that most of the companies having one or two public IP address, we are working with Amazon means Amazon. So here it's a delivery company. So here something searching means here also having one public IP address, 11.12.20.13. There here is a public IP address. So your request is sending to him. At the time it will change the IP address of private IP to public IP, but it's a duplicate to that. Okay, fine. So roughly we are know that what is a private IP, what is a public IP. So upcoming classes we are discuss about the NATing class. We are discuss about those things in depth. Okay, fine. What is a private IP, what is a public IP, how will change that, how will we do that, what is the happening on it, what is the defining the font. So what is the subcategories of private IP addresses, public IP addresses. Then we are also discuss about those things also, no problem. Okay, fine. So private IP address, public IP address, and what about the class A, class B, class C ranges, ranges of IP addresses, we know that. And then what is the use of subnet mask? What is in subnet mask? Subnet mask means you are in A class means 255.0.0.0.0, B class means 2.255 and 2.0, C class means 3.255 and only 1.0. This 0 is contained in the network part, and then it will some number is containing with it's a host part. So this is sorry I'll do this is a host part, this is a network part, and this is a host part. This is networking and this is a host. Okay, this is a host part. Okay, fine. So now we are also know that what is it, what is it, how. So why the AB classes is defining, why the reason behind A, B, C classes are depending upon, because the population are there, so many population is coming. After that, so many population is coming. So after that, we are not managing the IP address. So we will segregate the A, B, C, D and ranges, and then segregate the private IP and segregate the public IP. Or private IP is you are configured with 65,000 people also having only the connecting with private IP. The private IP have only one public IP address, means the public IP address will do the answering on it. So that's the reason that it's a NAT concept. It's a NAT concept. So here depends upon the scenario. Why it's coming. So many people, why it's coming, what is the reason behind it. So some defecting on it, some problem is here. That's the reason behind we are creating the ABC network also. So first we also know what is the problem. What is the problem here is here is a IP address shortage. 1980s at the time we will give the all IP address to everyone. So it's more than enough. So after that it's not enough the IP address, that's the reason behind we will segregate A, B, C, D, E network, and then segregate the private IP and segregate the public IP networks also, and then now we are also using with segregating the private IP and public IP also. Now we are doing like that. Okay, fine. So this is a whole class about the IP addressing networking parts. And then you want to clarify some doubt means please comment the session, and then share the video to networking. You want to do share, you want to do know what is a network, you want to some person, you want to have some sharing your friends, something like that. So something depends upon the scenario. Everyone have to know that, so please share with everyone. So what is the reason behind the A, B, C, D, what is the classes, how will depend upon the classes, what is the private IP, what is the public IP, what is the class ranges, and what is the subnet mask, what is the use of the subnet mask. We are also discuss discuss after the session. We are deeply we are discuss about the after the sessions, so no problem. So happy ending. Bye bye guys, thank you so much. Thank you. And then after that, you will take the notes. Take the notes carefully, so please take a notes only, it's a useful one. Okay, fine. Thank you so much. I'll end the meeting here. Bye bye. So I'll finally I do that one thing. I don't explain the E class. E class is I don't saw in anywhere in anything in this world. So E is a reserved one. Reserved one. It's some YouTube videos are I watching at the time. At the time the E class is something about the military, army, something resources also we are but it's not possible to do that, because we are also having a same IP addresses, same networking parts also have that. So it's a reserved part, it's a reserved, it's not usable. Now we are not usable. These four ABCD only it's usable now. E part is not usable, so don't confuse it. It's coming up here the army, coming up with the something like that. It's some blogging stories, right? So ABCD only use now. E is a reserved one. E is reserved one. Anywhere in the world, E network is not seenable. Okay, fine. So fine. Thank you. I'll end the meeting here. Bye bye. The session is ending.